as some of you guys may know, in the 1.8 update, some of the most efficient iron golem farms around, the Iron Trench and the Iron Foundry, will be broken, because the process used to create them has been nerfed, basically. Also, I've had some issues with the Iron Foundry on my server that the villagers will combine. So this is my initial response to the problem of villages combining. Wait for it. Wait for it. You know what, I'm just gonna teleport myself. There you go. That's how you zoom out fast enough. And there you go. 36 villages, which just happens to be my favorite number. 36 villages stacked in a hexagonal pattern. 12 villages per layer, 3 villages high, and all of these villages are far enough away from each other that they will never combine, unless the village radius changes for some reason. Anyways, yeah, it's basically 36 single cell iron farms arranged in a specific pattern so that none of them combine. Similar to a tutorial that DocM did ages ago, where he showed 4 iron golem spawning cells, except that my cells are simpler. I just see golems spawning all over the place, I love it. Yeah, my cells are simpler, and they are arranged in a more compact fashion, so that I can fit 36 of them in this area. Let me first go over how my spawning cell is simpler. I have one area where my villagers are kept rather than 4 like he did. The villagers are kept in this 1x1 hole right here. All you have to do is put 2 villagers in there, or put a whole bunch of the villagers in there in 1.8, because villagers don't breed without help. You know what I mean. Anyways, once you put your villagers in there, you don't have to worry about putting villagers anywhere else in the cell, because all of the doors are barely within range of these villagers right here. A villager's range for detecting doors is a 16 by 16, well, no, a 33 by 33 square, I should say. 16 blocks away from the villager in each direction. This cell is a 15 by 15 square surrounded by a border, so if one counts from 0 to 15 to 16, the doors on this edge are exactly 16 blocks away from the villagers in this dimension. So that is the absolute biggest that one can make a cell while still having villagers be at the corner, like that. Or anywhere else on the edge, really. I could have put the villagers like right in the middle of the edge, but I decided to put them on the corner so that I could have blocks on 2 sides. You know what I mean? Without having to, you know, put blocks in the middle to contain them. So this is basically the biggest spawning cell that one can make while still only having villagers in one spot. It is 15 by 15, as I stated, and the golem spawning zone of a village is 16 by 16. So it's only slightly smaller than the maximum size, than the maximum efficiency would be. It is only slightly less efficient because iron golems make 10 attempts to spawn before they give up. So realistically, they're going to spawn every single time they try in this farm with a extremely low failure rate. So we're not even worried about that. Basically, every 6 minutes, a golem spawns and falls down from each one of these. Now I'm going to explain a little bit of how to build this. Probably the first thing that you're going to want to do is figure out the coordinate of the center of where your cell should be. You can do that by studying the relative coordinates of the cells in this farm. I mean, I have them all laid out, the optimum distances in this world, so if you just take the difference between all the different coordinates in here, then you can figure out where each of these cells should go relative to each other. Anyways, once you've found the right x and z coordinates of the center, you just want to pillar up to the correct y coordinate for the bottom layer. Then let's say you're on top of a pillar right here. From there, you'll want to build a ring around the middle, and then expand that ring into a 15 by 15 platform of whatever block you want. No, it doesn't have to be emerald blocks. Yeah. Anyways, once you have made your 15 by 15 platform, you make 3 block high walls around it. Then you want to place 9 doors in the center of each of the sides. Doesn't matter whether they face in or out, it's completely up to you for aesthetical reasons. You could even make half of them face in and half of them face out. Does not make a difference. But you'll want to put 9 in the middle of each wall. You actually don't need as many if you're building them in 1.8, because your villagers won't breed. Your villagers won't breed anyway in 1.8. I think you need at least 21 houses to spawn golems. So divide that by 4, you'll need at least 6 in each. And since this is an odd number, it would probably end up being like 7 in each. So you might as well just go 9 doors in each side, just to make things simple. Anyways, in one of these corners, at the same level as your doors, you're going to want to make a little pocket. Let me cut it out of the wall. Whoops. Just cut it out of the wall a little bit so you can see it. Oop. I just released the villagers. End of the world. I know how to solve this problem. There. That lava is going to be an issue, isn't it? I'll just turn some random water down there into stone. Not even going to worry about it. Yeah, anyways. Like I was explaining before I messed up big time. Oh, really? There's lava in there, too. Now it's all turning into stuff. Whatever. Ignore that mess. You're going to want to make a 1x1 hole in the corner of the platform, so just put some blocks next to the corner, and some blocks outside next to the corner. Then you're just going to want to put some villagers in there. Probably the easiest way to do this would be with nether portals. By making a nether portal down on the surface to bring the villagers into the nether, then destroying that portal, building one up here. So the villagers will come out of the nether up here. Because that way you don't have to build water elevators or minecarts to transport them vertically. You can just make them go in a portal and come out up here. So, yeah, I'd recommend using nether portals to get the villagers up here. That would be the simplest method. If you're building this in 1.7, you only have to get 2 villagers in there. If you're building this in 1.8, then you have to get 10 villagers in there. Because in 1.8, the villagers will not breed on their own. Now, I'm in 1.7 right now, but just for the sake of making this cell work again, I'm going to put 10 villagers in there. It requires 10 villagers for it to actually function, but it won't. Those 10 villagers will already be... will breed up. Those 2 villagers that you put in will breed up to 10 villagers if you're building this in 1.7 or earlier. But in 1.8, that will not be the case. Oh, there's a golem in there. Hey, guy. So this right here is a perfect example for me to show you how to place the water in the corners. Once you've got your bottom platform built, you could do this even before you place the doors. You're going to want to simply set a pattern of blocks like that. Obviously, it does not have to be glass. Could be cobblestone, dirt, whatever you want. You're just going to make a platform of blocks that goes 4 blocks out from the corner in a triangular pattern. Place water at the very corner, and then destroy those temporary blocks. Just like so. Pretty simple way to do that. And you're probably going to have golems spawn in this while you're working on it, while you still have your ladder in place here. But that's not an issue, because the golems will just sit next to the ladder and wait for you to complete this tower of spawning cells. So once you've got the doors in place, you're going to want to make the second platform, which is going to have its base at the block at the top of the door blocks. The top block of the doors, because doors are 2 blocks tall. So yeah, the top block of the doors is where you want your second platform to go. Build it the same as the other one, 15 by 15 with a 3-block hole. And use the same method to place the water in the corners. Build a little triangular platform like that, put it on the corner, and remove the platform. Simple stuff. And you're going to want to build a 2-block high wall around it so the golems can't actually walk out. Because golems can walk up a 1-block high jump, basically. So you just want to make sure that your golems end up going down. Once you're done with all 3 of the cells in a tower, you just tear out your ladder. Well, obviously once you also got the water stream in place so that the golems actually are brought somewhere rather than just flying all over the place. But once you've got your 3 cells completed and you've got your water channel in place, then you can just drop the golems down here. So that's the basic explanation of how I build my cells. You should be able to see from the world download that I'm giving how one would actually build the water streams and stuff. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory. And in terms of the water stream, you just place water buckets in all the spots with water source blocks, and you place signs and glass where they go. The only thing that's a little bit confusing is where the cells go and how to build the cells themselves. But again, you can check out where the cells go by just manipulating the coordinates. Or, if you guys really want, I can make a full tutorial sometime. I think I might end up making a tutorial of this, if you guys really want me to. And I think I'm probably going to build this on my server. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.